What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jeff. We back in my room with the squeaky chair. Today, we're gonna talk about my push day. I have 2 push days, one that emphasizes chest, and then the next push day emphasizes shoulders and triceps. I also want to explain the exercises that I'm doing for the people that don't know, for like beginners or people that are interested in starting the gym. I want to talk about why I do the exercises that I'm doing, so you guys can understand a little bit more of why I'm doing it, because so many people just go to the gym just to go and don't really know what they're doing. I also want to talk about how long should you be in the gym for and how many sets should you be doing per muscle group. For the people that don't know, I am not an expert, all right? Half the shit I'm talking about I don't really know. The advice I'm giving out, the information I'm giving out is solely based on my experience. I am no professional. I learned through my mistakes, through trial and error, so I think I have some wisdom that I could pass down to people that are new. So you already know we're about to get into it. So you know, the usual routine that I do is I hop on the cardio machine, the Stairmaster or the treadmill or whatever, and I do like 5-10 minutes, really depends, but nothing intense, just to get the blood flowing a little bit. Then I come and do this, my mobility work. This is really when I start focusing on loosening up the joints and the ligaments, just cracking on my bones. It's definitely helpful. You should definitely do it. I recommend it. I noticed a big difference after doing mobility work. In my high school days, I remember I used to go to the gym and just throw on weight and just start working out. I didn't even warm up. Now I can't really do that because my joints, I really do feel it on my joints now that it feels uncomfortable. Sometimes I feel pain if I don't warm up properly. Not only does it get you warmed up mentally, you feel so much better. You feel more focused. Man, G, always gotta come in and do something. I also do this sometimes on my upper body days. I take the resistance band and I'll just whatever, like go back and forth, stretch it, open. I stop after I start feeling like the burn a little bit. I forgot, I don't know what these are called. I just like doing them. They feel good. It warms up. It actually cracks like a bone. I don't know, something pops back here and it loosens me up even more. So I like the way that feels. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what I was looking for. I also mentioned in my last video that I do these I's, Y's, and T's on a BOSU bar. But today, what I did was I went up 1 pound, and trust me, it makes a big difference. All right, so since today is my push day number 1, the focus is on chest. We're gonna start off with the flat bench press. Goal is to get stronger on the flat bench press. In order to have the most amount of power and explosiveness in a big compound movement like this, you need to be tight. You need to be locked in position. That way you won't leak power from anywhere. This is one of the reasons why I've always... Bench press, let me put this out there. Bench press is my weakest lift. Like, it's way behind. Especially because my shoulder, I don't know what happened. I think I did a wrong movement one time. Ever since that, it hasn't been the same. Like, I have to be very careful with certain movements that I do. But I learned to work around it. That's why you see me doing a lot of I's, Y's, and T's, because it helps strengthen my shoulder and stabilize it. Once I started doing all the shoulder stabilizer things, I'm like, you know what? Let me focus on perfecting, well, I still haven't perfected it, but I'm close to it. Trying to get this form down packed like this, the positioning of how powerlifters do it when they're gonna bench press. So now that's why you really see me like digging. Like, look, check this out. That's why you see me right here. Look, you see me digging my back, and you see me like almost like getting snugged in, so I can stay tight. Lift the bar up, and I put my butt down, and I set my feet to a point where I'm locked in, where I could use leg drive to push the bar up. Using leg drive is something that has helped me extremely when it comes to moving that weight up, being explosive. I've done this for so long already that I already know when it's gonna be a really good workout session, when it's an okay workout session, and when it's a trash workout session. I remember the feeling. I was like, yep, this is going up easy. I moved up to 185. Okay, check this out. So once I get to this point, I would not do more than 2 reps. I would do 1 to 2 reps at most. I go based on how I feel, which you should, because not every time you go to the gym, you're gonna feel the same way. There's gonna be days where you are strong as hell, and there's gonna be days where you are like, what the heck, why am I so weak? It's okay. It happens. I determine if I feel good depending on how it goes up, and it's moving up perfectly fine. And from here, I threw on 205. I was gonna go for 1. When I get to this point, this is when I know if I'm really good enough. And this day, I was like, hell yeah. This day, I was like, I got it. I set up, make sure I was in position. I came down. Then when I came down, I exploded up. I was like, I got it. It moved up too smooth. My man's right here lifting. Well, how much is this? I think this is 275. I've been showing him how to bench press more correctly because he was a perfect example. He was leaking power because his lower body was shaking while he lifted the barbell off his chest. So I told him to watch your foot placement. And when you push up, push through your heels and then push up. He's still learning how to control it, but he did really, really, really well today. Better than usual. Here I was like, I'm gonna go for 2 and see how it feels because I was feeling good. So here I had 225. The first one went up great. And the second one went up perfect too. So here he was going for 295. We're trying to work him up to 3 plates, which he got it. He just has to take his time, but he's getting better at it with his foot placement. Only issue is that, and I don't recommend this, when you're trying to learn a movement, don't go heavy on it because you can't focus on the movement. When you go too heavy, you're just focusing on pushing the weight versus making sure that everything is in the right position and everything is locked in place for you to move the weight. And plus, the heavier you go, you're going to have form breakdown. It's just going to happen. Your form is not going to be superb as it would be when it's something light. I would recommend that if you're learning like bench press, deadlift, or squat, do it with light weight. It doesn't even matter about the weight. It doesn't even matter about the reps. At this point, you have to figure out the sweet spot of what position you like to be in. How do you set up? Where you grip the bar, how slow your tempo, just your breathing. You have to learn about what you like, what works for you. The way to do that is with moderate to lightweight, not moderate to heavy. Because if you go heavy, your form is gonna break down, which is not gonna allow you to focus on form. You're just gonna focus on moving the weight. In this case, I don't recommend going heavy, but you know, he's hard-headed, so it's cool. My man Gio, that's my guy, man. He's gave me a lot of, I said it in my last video, he gave me a lot of pointers. Like this dude, he was a beast. I say was because he said he's coming back. So G, if you're watching this, better stop playing. In this set that you're about to see, I'm doing an amp set, which means as many reps as possible. My man thought that I was gonna decapitate myself, so he helped me a little bit. He didn't really help me that much, but he helped me a little bit. But still, it's just it's like a mental thing. Like we don't want you to touch the bar, cause then to us it doesn't even count. Like nope, it didn't count. So here we were doing, I was doing 90% of my 1 rep max. We were supposed to do 3 sets of 5 reps with a 1 second pause. This pause at the bottom stuff, that shit is no joke. That is not easy, right? But it helps. It helps with you being explosive. We should have just done 1 back off set because I fatigued myself with that amp set I did, the as many reps as possible set. That took a lot out of me. So to try to do 5 reps of with a second pause at 90% is too much. We did 2 sets. We didn't even complete all 3. At this point, it's about hypertrophy. It's about breaking the muscle fibers down. And I think we did 3 sets of that, 3 sets of 12 with that. And then I went to upper chest cable flies. This is slow and controlled. I do like a second squeeze at the top and control it coming down on the negatives, because for you guys that don't know, the negatives going down is just as important as bringing the weight up. It breaks muscle fibers down. And then from there, we went on to seated shoulder press, and I supersetted this with lateral raises. And here I picked a weight that I could do like 15, but like really controlled. Then we jumped right into the lateral raises, slow controlled. I picked a really light weight and just try to get at least like 15 to 20 reps. So there was one exercise that I did after the seated shoulder press, which was a tricep exercise. but it was an overhead extension. That's pretty much it. I did like 3 sets of that. And then from there, I did some ab work. I gotta do more of these because I'm not good at training my abs, to be honest with you. Like, my core is okay. My core strength is okay. It's not all that, but I have to start implementing more of this. How long should you be in the gym for? There's really no one answer. It really all depends on what kind of style of working out you're doing. The more intense your workouts are, it doesn't have to be that long. Also, what it comes down to is how many times a week are you going to the gym? Because it depends what kind of workout splits you're doing. They say try to hit the same muscle groups twice per week, maybe even 3 times, because studies have shown that's just what helps the muscle adapt and grow the quickest versus like 1 time per week. So if you're hitting it twice, which I hit it twice because I have a push-pull legs, off push-pull legs routine, so I'm hitting it twice in 1 week. The total amount of sets that you should have per the ending of the week should be like somewhere like between 16 to 22 sets per muscle group. I'm gonna use chest as an example. On your first chest day, you do 9 sets, 3 different exercises. Bench press, that's 3 sets. Incline bench press, 3 sets. That's already 6 sets. And then you do flies, 3 sets. That's already 9 sets. Then next time you do your push day, you do 9 more sets of whatever exercises you want to do. That equals a total of 18 sets. You want to break it down like that. So same thing for legs. Ladies, you pick 3 exercises. I'm keeping it simple. You don't have to do 3 exercises, but just pick 3. Do 3 sets of each exercise on your first leg day. And on your second leg day, do 3 exercises and do 3 sets of each. So equal total of 9. It gets more complicated, but to give you guys a basic understanding is at the end of the week, you should try to have done at least 16 to like 22 sets per muscle group. So whether you're on a push-pull legs or upper body, lower body, or full body splits, you know, try to reach that end goal by the ending of the week where you hit each muscle group like 16 to 22 sets. You have to go in there knowing what exercises you're gonna do. Do 3 sets of that, right? Do 3 sets of that. Warm up to a good weight where you challenge yourself to get at least 10 to 12 reps. If building muscle is your goal, do 3 sets of that with that weight, and then go to your second exercise, 3 sets, third exercise, 3 sets.